So, hi everyone, welcome to Tech Talk, a weekly mini video series talking tech topics. Today I'm joined by two guests. We have Bastian Buch and Jessica Dewald. Thanks for joining us, both of you. Hey.
Hey.
So Jessica and Bastian both set up Mentoring Club in April this year with the aim to provide free mentoring to professionals, and in just 4 months they've grown to 170 mentors all over the world. So maybe you could start by telling us why you decided to set up the Mentoring Club.
Sure. Maybe I can start and then Bastian can take over. So we started that, as you said, in April when we were all hit by this terrible pandemic that we are still facing, unfortunately. And he and I worked together back then and thought of, how can we do something good in this, terrible and very sad period of time that we all find ourselves in. And then Bastian said, hey, how about we organize some mentoring, just you and I do engineering and then I would do product because that's our professions. And that was when the idea was born, and we didn't even build a website or anything. We just started with a Google form, asked our LinkedIn network, and then that's how it started.
Exactly. So we just posted just a banner in LinkedIn, right? And we did this Google form, and I think overnight we had like a couple of people who wanted to join us and a couple of people who actually registered to have these sessions. I think we went even to 20 or so in the first couple of days. And then, we were like 10, 15, and we decided to build this website. And it grew and grew. And from this little banner to 170 was just 4 months. And we found ourselves having this huge community of, just amazing people helping each other. And now we're sitting here, right?
Perfect. So you were saying that you just started on LinkedIn. Have you used any other form of marketing or any kind of advertising to kind of grow to that sort of number of people?
Well, you could argue we used LinkedIn, but actually that's not that's obviously 100% true because that's our only source of traffic, let's say. But the way we grew is by all the people that supported us. So our network that we had. So it's been just, people speaking about the stuff that we've started and, the first successes we were sharing. And we found ourselves in a situation where so many people just came to us and said, hey, you do something good. Can I join? I also have time. I also want to do good and, give back or pay forward. And this is how that marketing happened, right? It's basically human marketing that we did over time when people also started talking in their networks outside of LinkedIn, right? Just face-to-face or remotely, let's say, even more. And so we're basically profiting from the goodwill of everyone that surrounds us.
Amazing. That's fantastic. And so in terms of the mentors and the mentees that you have on board, how do you kind of manage the quality of experience for like both parties?
So in the beginning, it was easy because there were people like just approaching us, and then we could look at their LinkedIn profile, and essentially we added everyone. I think only after 2 or 3 months there was some exceptions, but in the beginning we just added everyone because they came with the same kind of goodwill to us to share the experience. Today we also don't call it register with us anymore, but apply. So we actually have a look on the LinkedIn profiles. We see how much experience they have, if they fit into the mix of people we have. But still, I can say there's only a few people we decide to not add to the community.
Perfect. And what do you think attracts both the mentors and mentees to using this platform? What are the kind of main benefits for both sides?
Well, speaking for the mentors first, the main feedback that we get from them is they join for the cause of doing good and giving something back. So they all have the same mindset as Bastian and I. So there is no there's no deeper will to earn money from that or become rich or anything. It's the pure desire to do good, and this is what unites all the mentors. And of course, over time, they also created their own, let's call it, social network within the mentoring club, where they engage with each other and also help each other grow. So it's not only the sessions that they have with the mentees, but also, we all have sessions with each other for, particular problems or challenges that we are facing. And so we are basically also giving back to each other. And for the mentees, it's mostly the fact that, in most cases, the mentors are in different countries, even different continents, and you can just be very open with, everything that you think about, and you will get an honest opinion with the only goal to solve whatever question you come with to the mentoring club. So for Bastian and I, we always say every session counts, every session matters, and every mentee that joins the club should get some value out of the session. And this is what motivates the mentors, and that's also what makes the mentees happy, which then ultimately leads to, further recommendations that they do in their networks.
Cool. Perfect. Sounds good. And now, obviously, both of you have returned to kind of full-time work. How are you now finding managing this project? No longer a side project, really.
So probably I can start with this because for me it's still fresh. I started last week, also in a new job, so I also decided to leave the company we both worked for before. Now at Delivery Hero, and yeah, there's actually no time to do what we did before. The good news is that we invested quite a lot of time to automate a lot of things. So adding a mentor, for example, when you have just a very manual CMS, Google Sites, was like 10 to 20 minutes for each mentor, right? Today it's like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes or so. I just added 4 before the call.
Nice.
They get like automatic emails. They have now user accounts where they can manage their own profiles, etc. So this is kind of self-managed. And the latest thing we did just before I started to work is our social media activities, which is now Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, is now automated as well with Buffer, right? So we just use this their free plan to sit 1 hour on Sunday evening, put something together, and then wait for the week to actually get the magic happen, right? So I think we can be creative, but what is also happening is that people reach out to us from the mentors, but also people who are not mentors but just want to help with our marketing activities and just invest their time to help with us. But yeah, to be honest, at the moment it's quite hard to follow up with all the emails and things we get.
I mean, you see that, right? It's 8 in the evening and we're doing this session now.
Exactly. And you both have families, right? I don't know how you're fitting in.
Yeah, I think we are all unable to find, some time during the day. So it's the evenings or the weekends where, we just try to find time in order to keep the mentoring club running, because while our first intent was to do that during the pandemic, now that we realize how much demand is out there and how successful something like this can be on a pro bono basis, we know that, we need to keep going. We can't just stop now. So we need to find ways to just be with all the mentees out there that either already valued the service and want to use it again, or the other ones that now find out we exist and can profit from all the mentors that we have on the platform. And I mean, yes, that means we do evening work or weekend work. And I think thanks to both our families, Bastian and I can, also invest this time and have this strong backup also, because we need to take this time away from family life or, leisure time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we all find this very fulfilling. So it's the good cause that keeps us going, I would say.
Absolutely.
Right, Bastian? Am I saying this right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds like you both really enjoy it, which is great. And it also brings me nicely onto my next question. So what are the kind of future plans for Mentoring Club moving forward?
Shall I? Or, well,
you can go.
We've always been very slow with planning for the future because we want to make sure that the stuff we do is actually demanded by our audience. So we don't plan ahead for months, you know, like you would do in a company, you know, where you have a big roadmap and you want to do 10,000 things at the same time. But given the limited amount of time and effort that we can invest, especially at the moment where we both are back to our normal jobs, we need to be very careful with what we choose to do. So we do what's necessary, that's 100% clear, but that's basically it for now, right? So as Bastian said, we've invested lots of effort and lots of time during the last 4 months. Now that we both, by the way, started new roles, that has come to a strong slowdown. And, you know, once we're grooved into the new roles, then, you know, we can also find better ways to keep the mentoring club growing again. At the moment, for us, it's important that it stays stable and that we can keep up all the demand and all the work that we've put in and can satisfy all our users that we currently have. And yeah, everything that comes in the future, it will come anyways, right? So we're very positive about this, and we don't, you know, we don't think about this too much, I would say. Or Bastian, do you have a different opinion?
I'd say there are dreams, right? So it's like these thought. I mean, when we meet or so, that what could this be in the future? But as you say, it's not like that we have a roadmap or something. There are some things we started, right? So we currently based on Calendly, for example, this tool, right? To do the scheduling. We think that we should bring it into our platform. This is like 90% done, but now, you know, implementing is kind of a hard thing. Without a team, it's even harder. So we just wait until, I don't know, some time comes up at the horizon, and then we probably do it again. But yeah, it's just like next step, and then we'll see.
That sounds like it's running well as it is anyway, and a fantastic initiative. And yeah, so thanks guys for joining me today and explaining about that. I was going to say I'll share your details in the comments, but if you just duck a little bit, it's in the background also. Share the details. So here we go. I will share the details for Mentoring Club in the comments. So if anyone's interested in learning a little bit more, and also share Bastian and Jessica's details as well. So thanks for sharing all the details, guys, and thanks everyone for watching. See you later.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Sarah.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.